My seemingly sweet college roommate was desperate to break our ironclad, expensive apartment lease without paying a single penalty. I never expected she would weaponize my worst psychological fears just to make me pack my bags first. I woke up at 3 a.m. to the sound of scratching inside my bedroom wall, completely unaware that my roommate was operating a hidden baby monitor from the hallway just to drive me insane. My roommate Chloe and I signed a luxury high-rise lease right after graduation. The penalty for breaking the contract early was $10,000. 2 months in, Chloe's long-distance boyfriend got a job offer in a different state, and she desperately wanted out. But I couldn't afford the rent alone, and the landlord refused to compromise. That's when the unexplainable things started happening. First, my bedroom door would be unlocked when I got home from work. Then, my favorite family heirloom necklace vanished from my jewelry box, only to reappear under my pillow 3 days later. I questioned Chloe, but she would just look at me with deep, fake concern and hint that I was working too hard and losing my mind. I actually started believing her. The psychological stress was suffocating. I couldn't sleep, my anxiety skyrocketed, and I seriously considered checking myself into a clinic and leaving the apartment behind. But last night, I decided to fight back. I hid a tiny motion-activated camera inside a fake tissue box on my nightstand. At midnight, I pretended to take my heavy sleep medication, but I stayed wide awake in the dark. An hour passed. The scratching noise started again. It sounded like it was coming from the air vent directly above my head. I didn't move. I quietly opened the live camera feed on my phone screen. What I saw made my jaw drop. Chloe wasn't in her room sleeping. She was standing on a stool in the hallway closet, feeding a thin, motorized mechanic's wire through the shared ventilation shaft. Attached to the end of the wire was a small plastic claw that scraped against the metal grate over my bed. Beside her stool was a legal document template on her tablet, a lease termination request due to a severe psychological hazard and unsafe living conditions. She was trying to legally declare me mentally unstable to force the landlord to dissolve our lease without a single financial penalty. I calmly switched on my bedroom light, walked out into the hallway, and showed her the live video recording playing on my screen. Chloe froze, dropping the mechanical wire instantly. Her face turned entirely pale. She didn't get her romantic move out of state. Instead, she had to pay the entire $10,000 termination penalty out of her own pocket, plus my moving costs. She tried to paint me as a lunatic just to save a few bucks, but her little special effects show ended up costing her everything. Drop it if you would have called the landlord immediately.